if you guys are ready to come back, I know everybody's tired and it's been a long day, but we're almost done, so let's try to get through this. If everybody could come back to the circle, we're going to start with the last few groups that haven't been heard yet, and then we're going to be talking about next steps.
Oh, sure.
So if everyone can come back and get back in the circle, who wants to have a say in what we're going to decide here?
You just keep the whole thing? Okay. Because I'm messing up my camera.
Okay, so to start, the next group to come up is political reform, and that's going to be Chuck over here. He's going to be presenting.
Go Chuck! Where you from, Chuck?
St. Pete! So we, in political reform, focus mostly on accountability, which is pretty broad, but we demand accountability of our elected representatives. To this end, we demand the repeal of the legislature's exemption to the Florida Sunshine Law. We demand that all state elected representatives to post public appearances prior to their appearances and to post private meetings, including those in attendance, on their official website. We also demand the passage of Florida Senate Bill 552, which is legislation that would prohibit members of the Florida legislature and their families from receiving financial gains from those companies that they are regulating. Also demand full transparency of lobbying, registration, and contributions, and full annual disclosures of all income of elected officials.
Woo! Yeah. Be gone, brother.
All right, can we get a quick temperature check on that? That looks good. Okay, does anybody have any dissent or friendly amendments? Remember, serious dissent or friendly amendments. Okay, a question for clarification?
I was just wondering what the Sunshine Law was.
The Florida Sunshine Law is a law that allows for operating everything in the sunshine. Now, the Florida legislature patched this, and it applies even to student governments, to where they have to take minutes of all meetings and do these different things that are very open and transparent. However, they exempted themselves from the law. So we want to repeal that exemption.
Okay, so let's get some consensus on these bills, this proposal to basically add for more transparency in the government. Okay, it looks like we have reached consensus. Chuck, really quick, can you please go over here to our minute taker and give the details. Okay, next group is infrastructure and public transit.
Hi everyone.
Hey, Lenny. Where are you from?
My name is Lenny and I'm from St. Pete. This is an issue that we've been working on already. But to be effective, we need to take it statewide. The state of Florida. The electric industry. Is dominated by two very large companies. One of them is Florida Power and Light. The other one is Progress Energy. Progress Energy is a Fortune 500 company. It is also the third or fourth largest political contributor in Florida. It's third. It's third. Because of that, they own the state government. And they own the Public Service Commission. Which is supposed to oversee them. That has led a couple of years ago to the legislature adopting a policy known as nuclear cost recovery. And what that says is if you want to build a nuclear power plant, you can go to the Public Service Commission and ask them to raise your rates.
And ask them to raise your rates.
So that your customers.
So that your customers
get to pay for your nuke.
Pay for your nuke.
Before you have permission to build it.
Before you have permission to build it.
Both FPL.
Both FPL.
And Progress Energy.
And Progress Energy.
Have nuclear plants in the works.
Have nuclear plants in the works.
That they have not yet gotten permission.
That they have not yet gotten permission.
From the federal government.
From the federal government.
To build.
To build.
But we're paying for them.
We're paying for them.
Already. Anyway. Bad. Very bad. Progress Energy.
Progress Energy
has taken that even further. They have a nuclear power plant.
They have a nuclear power plant
in Crystal River. Almost 3 years ago.
Almost 3 years ago.
They decided to upgrade.
Some
of the equipment. In that nuclear power plant. To save themselves money. They utilized a process. That was different. From the process. That everyone else has used. They broke their nuke. It's going to cost $2.5 billion. To fix the damn thing. And they decided. They shouldn't have to pay for it. Guess who they think should pay instead? There's a hearing for the Public Service Commission. This coming June. To consider Progress Energy's request. To raise our rates. And make us pay for it. Not that bad. Very bad. To deal with this whole situation. We have a proposal. That consists of 3 steps. The first step is to demand that the Florida legislature repeal nuclear cost recovery. From then on, they can't get a damn dime from anybody. And they don't have permission to build anything. 30 seconds. The second step is that we demand the Public Service Commission deny Progress Energy's request to raise their rates to make us pay for it. And the third step is that we convert the Public Service Commission from an appointed body, which it is now, to an elected body. Which is what it should be. For us. We don't work for them. This is a great issue for us. It has a lot of public support. It's perfect for us. Because it deals with a Fortune 500 company. That can do whatever the hell it wants to. Because it owns the state government. My point of view is that if the Florida citizens are assuming all the risk, and paying all the costs, and taking all the liability, we should be getting the damn money. Thank you very much.
Thank you for the rousing discussion and issue education on that topic. It was very informative. But okay, let's get a quick temperature check on that. I'm sensing that there's a lot of, I don't think there's really anybody that wants to come up unless I'm mistaken. So I think that we've, wait, I apologize.
I've heard a lot, but I didn't hear the proposal.
The 3 steps for the proposal, so.
No.
Okay, just quickly, for process, does anybody have any friendly amendments or serious dissent? Remember, we have a lot to get through, so please, if only friendly amendments or serious dissent.
It is. You want to restate it? Yeah, let me restate it. You have a proposal over here either. Can we restate restated? Yeah.
Okay, we'd like to have the proposal restated succinctly.
Power company, he didn't mention the same problem.
Yes, I can do that. The first step is to repeal nuclear cost recovery. The second step is to demand that the Public Service Commission deny Progress Energy's request to raise the rates to pay for the nuke.
Yeah, I got that.
And the third step is that we change the Public Service Commission from an appointed body to an elected body.
Back to that. It was previously an elected body.
Okay, can we see what the consensus is about that? If I'm not mistaken, it looks like we have consensus on that, so yay! Wait.
I was on the staff.
Oh, you want to talk about it?
I have an amendment.
Oh, you have an amendment? We asked for a friend. We'll make an exception, but he was on the staff. Okay, then that's my bad then. All right, come. We'll do that. That was my problem. So.
Mic check.
Mic check.
I would like to add an amendment. To add Jacksonville Electric Authority. For a rate increase. For buying power from Plant Vogtle in Georgia. Plant Vogtle in Georgia. That's all.
Can you restate that more clearly? I don't think that was very clear. Do you want us to include in our thing to deny?
Well, he mentioned a power company to just add a power company. We can clarify.
Just respond quickly to that. Mic check. Let me just respond quickly to that. Part of on the mic. That's more or less covered under. Repeal the nuclear recovery. Because that's part of the thing that right now they can charge customers for. Which if we repeal recovery, nobody will be able to get any money.
Nobody will get any money.
So it covers everyone.
Okay.
So it covers everyone.
Okay, did people hear that? I see some people didn't hear what was being said. Did you not hear it? Okay. Okay, so what I think that's covered under then what he was saying, so I think we could move on to the next topic if everyone is okay with that. Yeah, okay. So the last group, before we go to next steps, is taxes, and Greg was supposed to bring the proposal up. Okay, just Cecilia wants to remind everyone as a point of process to not shout out, and remember we have stack takers, Brandon here, so please raise your hands up high if you have something to add or say.
And also Ariel.
And also Ariel, my apologies, she's over there on that side.
I have a point of process. Some others within the audience have had point of processes and they have not been recognized. And I ask that the facilitators pay more attention to them so they do get recognized.
Okay, he's saying that we should be more careful at recognizing points of process.
I would ask. That if you're not loud enough. So that people can hear you. Very easily. Please use the microphone.
Okay, Greg?
My voice is dead. The microphone isn't helping me. Sorry.
It's all there.
I need you all to hear my voice.
The taxation working group. We have two demands. Proposals. We demand that Florida's tax structure be reformed to recover revenue from the 1%. And to reduce the burden on the 99%.
Okay, I guess temperature check on that one. Yeah, right now it's one proposal per group at the moment. We'll go to next steps and then see if there's another round in there. But that's the one proposal right now. So does anyone have any friendly amendments or serious dissent on that proposal?
No, there was one proposal only.
Yeah, every group's been giving one basic proposal.
So you're saying he had two proposals?
Yeah, he had two proposals.
No, he only gave one.
He only gave one, though.
Gotcha.
Okay, does anyone have any points of process, any questions?
Any dissent?
Is 1% the corporations or is 1% the actual people?
We don't know that.
She's asking who you're referring to when you say the 1%, and I think so.
The people.
Both.
Is there anyone on stack?
Not to anyone on stack?
No. Is there any major dissent to this issue?
You're on stack. You're on stack. You're up.
I just want to make sure that it's specific enough for us to deliver to state legislatures, the state legislature. And I mean, the 1% versus 99% is definitely symbolic, but I think we need to start thinking about the actual tax code and start doing some of the work of trying to revise it.
Considering this is going to all the GAs, let's not try to define the 1 and the 99 here because...
Let's not try to define the 1 and the 99 here. Because...
Are there other concerns standing? Okay, so then if you want to respond.
I would like to respond to that. I personally have a degree in accounting. Now, the tax code is extremely complicated. Rewriting the tax code is extremely complicated. If there's any other accountants here, or maybe even lawyers that would like to look at that, or if anybody else feels they want to take the time to understand the Florida tax code, that's fine. But writing a specific proposal to change the tax code in a specific way is extremely complicated, and we can put this demand, I believe, out responsibly that we want to do that, and then we can get a team, and I'll help out with that team, the people who are finance or accounting that have the technical knowledge, or individuals willing to take the time to study the Florida tax code.
Are those all of the concerns standing? Major dissent? Friendly amendment? Okay, so then if there are no more concerns, may we put this forward for consensus? I see no issue with calling this consent.
Good job.
Moving forward is a 15-minute discussion.
Okay. Right next, what we're doing is the next steps section is supposed to be about a 15-minute discussion, and what we're going to talk about is the next round of proposals. What some of us had thought would be good, just in the sake of, for the sake of time, would be if issue groups would come up and list all of their demands, sort of in a quick-fire way, and we'll give a yes/no whether that should go to the GAs for approval, and it'll just be a little bit faster than what we've been doing now because there are many things that have not been proposed. But that's just a suggestion, and this is supposed to be a discussion, so feel free to address that however you feel.
Sundrop.
I would like to propose that we put all proposals, demands, suggestions, and ideas that came out of our working groups in this weekend on the People's Convention website, forums, so that all of us at our leisure can peruse them and give suggestions. The second part of my proposal is that we stop our GA after a brief discussion
After a brief discussion
of next steps.
And
maybe a rousing.
Conclusion. As I know.
It is 4 o'clock.
It's 4 o'clock.
And I
can barely
understand English anymore.
So, to be clear, what you're saying is no further rounds and posting all further propositions on the site. Is that right? Okay. So, to that, are we? Yeah. Does anyone have major issues with that?
He's got a clarification.
I have.
Okay.
Hold on. There's a clarification.
Is that all? Is that all?
Is that all?
Approved?
Approved.
And unapproved?
And unapproved.
Yes. Everything is good, right? Everything is good, right? Yes. Discussion.
So, there remain issues with this?
Issues with this? David. Hold on.
I understand people are tired.
But I
would encourage us to think of a way to get things done. While we're here. Even if it's quick. And maybe dirty. Because the symbolic power of our group is dependent on presence. The online discussion is important. The symbolic power of passing things here cannot be underestimated.
With you on that.
I actually had a suggestion. Of how to speed up this process. Since this is not supposed to be major discussion time. If we read a proposal. And give people a chance. If no one blocks it. Then it's passed. That way we're not getting into the individual occupy discussions that we're supposed to be having at home. If no one blocks the proposal, then it can go to do that in the other occupies. That might help us speed up this process.
I am home.
So does that remark speak to the other concerns that were brought up about putting the rest of these on the site? Are there more?
Yeah, there's one more that relates to.
I amend my proposal.
Wait, hold on. Sorry.
Oh, there was. Yeah, he related directly. That was great. I've almost completely lost my voice.
I've also almost lost my voice.
Tired as well, like everybody is.
I'm tired as well, like everybody is.
But we came here for a purpose. And I'm willing to give all it takes.
To
accomplish this in a responsible way as possible. I don't think cutting it early is responsible.
The original Constitutional Congress took place in a hot room in the middle of summer.
Stack, are there still open concerns regarding this?
My suggestion. If you are all terribly tired. Instead of ending this GA. Take a significant break. This needs to continue.
Guys, very simply, this is the idea. Let's put everything on the record. All the proposals that have been worked through the committees all have value, all are important. Let's put them on the record today at the convention so people can come up. My suggestion is that people come up, one person from every committee, read every proposal on the record. Like Jasmine said, if there are no moral blocks, no basic issues, it's done. And we move that back to the city. If there is a real block, then they have to explain themselves anyway. So let's leave it at that, but everything must be read into the record today so the minute taker historically puts it on there that today, when everybody in Florida Occupy got together, we discussed and we talked about these proposals. That's my suggestion.
So the original proposer has an amendment to their proposal, and hearing that amendment might expedite the rest of these comments that are to be heard. Is anyone averse to hearing the amendment to the original proposal? Okay.
I would like to amend my proposal. To be Jasmine's proposal. With an addendum. Of maybe asking. That we set a time. That is our goal. To finish by. As many occupies. Have long drives. And we want to. Be respectful. Of their times and lives.
Lars. I'm not clear on what it means for this body to consent on each of the proposals. If the proposals have to go back to each occupation anyway, what does it mean for us to stay and consent on the proposal? It's okay with me. People want to stay and do that. But it raises some questions about representation.
That's it.
So to speak to that, what we've established as what consent means, and to continuously reiterate this, is we're consenting to send these back to the occupations. That's what we've established as what consent means here, is that we're agreeing to send these proposals back. Now, if we're changing that by saying we hear them out, and if no one has a block, that means that they go back for deliberation at the other occupies, then that's what it then means. But to date, what it means right now is that we're consenting to send them back.
We got 1 minute left in this discussion.
I'm basically repeating sort of what Sundrop said. And I just want to say thank you for thinking of other people other than yourself. Fort Lauderdale has a long drive and we're leaving at 5.
So there's original stack, and then there was a stack that branched off of Sundrop.
Well, yeah, we're still stuck on that topic. Yeah.
We have 30 seconds left in the
Response. The difference is, and I completely understand where you're coming from, Lars. I'm sorry. Your point is taken, but the difference is that today, if there's a block, it's a block that could come from any city. When it goes back to the GA, it's only your own city. So that's the big difference about putting all the proposals out, at least reading them today. Because obviously when this thing is discussed, if something gets blocked today, it doesn't go back to those individual cities. As opposed to, if we don't read everything on the record, then people from every Occupy will not have a chance to block it if they really have a moral or ethical problem with it. That's the distinction. And all I'm asking is we read it into the record for historical purposes. This is the first Occupy convention. I understand, we all respect time, but I think we can do it pretty fast. I think so if you're just reading it.
Did Ariel, shelters?
We're over time, so
I thought it was 25.
So we're on time. So is everyone all right with cutting stack at this moment?
Yeah, we have 1 minute.
I just wanted to say that it looks like there's going to be some rain soon. So keep that in mind.
Okay, I guess then, just to reiterate some of the things we've heard in this discussion, is that we are going to go to the next round, but it's going to be basically something of or not another round, but just that. Right, that's what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about the proposal on the floor. Yeah, I'm talking. That's what I wanted to say. That's what I'm saying. trying to go back over it, that the proposal was basically to have a faster discussion about these issues, to have them quickly decide whether we should take them to the local GAs, so we can try to get through this faster because there are people that have to leave very soon. I think that's what the proposal is that is standing right now, unless I'm mistaken.
My understanding of the proposal is that the working group will read the proposal. We'll do a temperature check. If there are no blocks, we go to the next proposal. There is no discussion.
Okay, let's get consensus on that, and it looks like people are okay with doing that. Okay, so I guess in order to yeah, the next step discussion is pretty much done right now. I guess the next thing we should do, in the interest of making sure that we can do this, I don't know if we should take maybe a 5-minute break so that groups can. No? Okay. All right then. If groups are okay with it, then picking some person very quickly to have Brandon and Ariel put them on stack and read some proposals that didn't get proposed already, so we can take temperature checks quickly and wrap this thing up. Okay, Ralph wants to propose something, so we need someone to take place as the co-moderator. Just really quickly, it'll seriously be like 10 minutes.
I will. Here, need help?
Okay.
It's always occupied.
Would you like to? I mean, if you feel like it's been.
If you want, go on. You can do it.
Yes. These will probably.
Kristen, are you co-moderating?
Yeah, I'm taking a spot. Okay, the only groups I'm hearing from right now are education, foreclosure.
Environment.
Okay. All right.
Attention all people from working groups who have proposals to read out to the collective. Get on stack, get the attention of the stack takers, make your proposals heard. Don't let this information go to waste.
Taxes, we got labor, Michael.